everyone, and welcome back to War in the Pacific, Admiral's Edition. We're here on the 21st of September, 1943. I'm over here trying to get out of there because those mines were... Okay, got mine sweeping going on in a couple of areas. Man, we're taking some punishment here in this area. I might have to slip away or, shift my, basically loosen my grip on the islands here. We could still harass it, like we can just still blanket it, but just further out, away from the islands. I think that would be better for this purpose. And right here close to Japan, there's not any anything we have to worry about. That 12 centimeter gun hit, that's not ideal. So we're just strafing it with machine gun fire. There's a 3-inch gun hit. I don't know if how much damage the Bluefish took with that 12 centimeter gun, but oh, there's a torpedo. Okay, that thing is done. We do take a hit though. We'll see how much damage that was. So I guess he was shooting at the captain or commander opted to shoot on the surface, but decided to fire a torpedo after all. Just finish it off. Oh man. Well, he didn't do a night bombing over Changsha, but I completely forgot to bring in more Chinese fighters to Changsha. Because we've lost a few there in air combat against Tojos. Yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of going through this. Oh, where did our... That's on me. Let's get through this. We're gonna lose a lot. Yep. Well, let's get it over with. That was a huge mistake. Wonder where he flew that cap from. I mean, it kind of doesn't matter. Alright, we're still trying to burn up these oil bases here over Balikpapan. And yeah, if the amount of damage we've already dealt is to be believed, this should just finish it to basically have zero production of oil. I mean, that's pretty devastating right there. So our sweeps, yeah, once again, did not follow the bombers. That, yeah, just a major mistake. But I could dwell on that, or I could move on. And I have decided to move on because the past cannot be fixed. However, mistakes can be learning tools, and also what do you call it? Modifications in strategies and tactics. Yeah, he's probably not going to cap that anymore. I think he likes to cap once and then pull back. But that said, wherever we send our bombers next, we'll certainly sweep, um, just in case. So whether I'm bombing air bases or next or not. Okay, we're already in the land action, so we'll be able to see how our bombardment there in Thailand is, how that's going right here. So he's got 2 divisions. One is Thai, that should be swept aside easily enough. And look at all the stuff we have. I'm gonna just do an attack. We've got a lot of stuff here. I'm gonna have my heavies, everything come in and bomb in advance of that too. Because, yeah, that looks doable. We've got a lot of tanks. All right. Okay. Well, I will show how the the results of the air action, so you can see how destructive that was to our bomber units. It's going to be very ugly. We're probably going to lose 40 aircraft or so, maybe 50, and then and then uh, and then we'll call it and move forward with the 22nd. Well, some more cargo ships. Ooh, bombardment squadrons. Whoops. Yeah, after losing all those bombers, we're going to need all the support help we can get. We've got B-24Js just arrived and B-25Gs. Um, let's just take a quick look at losses. Yeah, 35, and he lost 9. So that's not the way we want to go. Tojo's, he lost several. The Georges, I have not been able to get into his Georges. Where are they? Well, he's lost a few, but for the most part, I need to get some air-to-air action and see if we can um, do something with that. But Blenheim 4s, which these we just don't get. The British bombers, which is where we got shredded, we just don't get enough of them. So this will take like probably a year to replace. um, yeah, we lost the last 2 Wellingtons that we have. Um, yeah, this is gonna be bad. The to get this Wellington B and this Wellington 1 back up to full strength will take let's see, 6 like 4 months, maybe 6 months, 4 to 6 months. So yeah, the British bombers are basically out of the campaign. It's good that we have a lot of American bombers in the area. And I'll switch. Basically, the plan is to switch to um, from bombing Bangkok, which I think we don't need to anymore. Um, you know, we've done some decent damage. Oh, Pisanulo, what, anyway, I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, there's other thoughts I have, by the way. So in coordination with assaulting this, I could pair drop here and he would start running low on supplies up the road. And he doesn't have enough to punch us out. So we could hold that for a good while. I might do that. And so just to be sure, let's do that. And then let's do deliberate attack. And I will bring, again, I'll shift my bombers, heavies and everything. Also have some P-38 sweep. These P-40 can go 7, and this is 7. So we'll put drop tanks and we'll sweep this. And also, like I said, heavies, all the American bombers, the British bombers are out of commission, like see wiped out. Essentially, all these bombers are going to. I'll just go stand down all the bombers. Probably these ones as well. Yep. Stand down. And then we'll see where we're at with whatever other bombers we can get a hold of. The dive bombers won't reach. Actually, I've moved them here, I think. If I haven't, I was planning to move them here. Um, but yeah, if I paradrop here, also, if I don't think I think these guys are moving to this hex, not railing, but moving. But if we paradrop here and he rails down, then of course he will still have to exit his anyway, I don't think he has anything here. But yeah, let's give this a whirl. I'm gonna just go ahead and end there, but I guess we can look at how many pilots did we lose? A bunch. Wow, that's terrible. Um, Ship sunk. Just this a light cargo ship. So this is a really bad day for us all around. Let's turn the tides and get back on track. Thanks for joining me. Oh, also, this is going to be ×3 terrain, but hopefully with all the bombing we're going to be doing, we'll wear it down enough to punch through. Again, we've got armor here. That should help. Uh, but who knows? We'll just have to play it out. But I'm willing to go for it. We'll see how it goes. We may do some damage. He may do some damage to us. But the biggest thing is we're going to, I mean, the positive, on the positive side, sorry, whether we do damage to him or not, we likely will not kick him out just because the percentages, the uh, the ratio, AV ratio, will not be high enough to kick him out. I really don't think it will. So, all that said, we're going to give it a whirl and we'll go from there. Okay, we are back. This is the 22nd of September, 1943. The only thing I heard from my opponent when he emailed the turn back was, I've been waiting for that for 2 months. So I think it's probably my assault there in Thailand. Just a guess anyway. Whoops. So, okay. Now that's a full cargo ship, but that is, I mean, anyway. Although I say that, but it doesn't look like a pretty big one. Nice tanker, cargo ships. Well, We didn't get anything on that one. That should sink it. Man, fired 6 torpedoes and 4 of them missed. That's crazy. Alright, we got beat up really badly yesterday with air power over his ground troops there in Thailand. And that was brutal. But we're going in again, this time with heavy sweeps. Oh, better late than never, maybe? I don't know. Interesting. Should have swept over this dot base, but because we have, pardon me, we have paradrop there, and I don't know how badly or how much he's capping there. I'm bringing everything, partly because we're so depleted. I lost so many medium bombers that we have to just hit them with our heavies. Alright, so we had these set to attack shipping or the port. He has a cruiser here, I thought, but we're just not getting it. Alright, these guys are carrying torpedoes. Wouldn't it be nice if we could get one? Baffled by his move there. What's going on here? All we spotted was a single destroyer? Very confused here. Pardon me. Well, that seemed like a lackluster air day. See, he's got a full division, a tank regiment, but we got a lot more. I just don't know if it's enough. This is Jungle Rough times 3, so Not sure if our air power did enough, but let's go. 1-to-1. He is low on supply. Oh, we pair dropped. Okay, we're gonna get wrecked here. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, we lost a lot here. Yeah, that's pretty bad. We're gonna need to recover all this. So he did bring some stuff in here because we're reconning, so he expected that. Well, I won't pair drop any more in there. We actually, yeah, we're gonna get wiped out. That's probably what he was talking about, waiting for, is that pair drop. All right, well. Okay, so we lost 7 aircraft. He lost 3. Let's just take a look. Dina, Sally. We lost a couple of those Venturas that ventured out over the Babbeldaub and some other things. And so yeah, pilots, man, it's probably going to be terrible. 3 ships sunk last turn. Couple of Japanese cargo ships. There you go. And I'm going to move on to the map to talk about some things, although I'll probably be brief because there's not really a lot. Trying to supply Kusai, plus I'm still moving guys around, trying to not be overburdened on some of these islands like Jalui. And I'm going to prep for an invasion of the rest of these, as well as Ponape. As I've stated before, there's not really a rush to do some of these. So we'll see what we got and what we can do. That said, moving west here, I am trying to build up this port. Well, this air base too. You can see we've already flipped it to level 1 airfield, so I can bring some fighters here now and hold the base there. It doesn't, I can't see how many we can administer yet, but it's probably like 2. So we'll bring 1 fighter squadron over and then we'll take a look and then we can bring another. But we should have some air, yeah, we have some aviation support already. So, and eventually we'll of course get some reach out here, including some search aircraft, which by the way, I think I was working on getting some over here. See this CL, it keeps showing there's a CL in port there. It's almost like I need a massive aerial bombardment to kill that. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Anyway, okay. Trying to get these air bases built up. This one is finally ready to handle medium bombers. The heavies will work, but they'll be at extended range on here. Um, but our PV1 Venturas are fine. I just have to restock them, probably get another pilot here, etc. Moving further west, or northwest, or yeah, something like that. Let's see. So I am unloading here. I'm gonna dock. I'm unloading the Fiji Commandos because I really want to use this base to expand. We can take all these bases here just from this base here. We captured 1,000 fuel. That's pretty cool. We captured 1,000 fuel by taking this by proxy. I've got Marine Raiders, which I'll transfer over as well. I want to build this, and I've got some um, engineers and whatnot coming because they were coming to Kandari, but I thought, hey, I can build this up. This could be a massive airbase with level 9 even. Makassar can get up to 9 also, and I'll probably build that one up in the long run. This will be my main base, but I just wanted to go ahead and um, again bring these engineers, build this base up to give myself air cover, but also threaten, for example, Surabaya and Balikpapan, which should be pretty much out of commission. But no matter how many hits we make with heavies, we're just not putting it out of commission. Um, Continuing up, of course, he's got this covered. This is probably what he was talking about, waiting for 2 months. We had a long time ago done a little recon. I don't know how long ago, but obviously he knew we were coming, or he predicted it and positioned guys here. And so that was a fail. We assaulted here, as you saw, and we were rebuffed, but it was a kind of a draw. But we took enough damage. I'm gonna just hold off just maybe a day while I recover. Um, all right. Um, yeah, we're gonna recover here while we bombard. I'm gonna bomb as well. Uh, well, maybe. I don't know. I may bomb just to slow down his units though, because he is moving. You can see he's moving along the road here. So if I bomb, and all along here is jungle rough, this is going to be terrible terrain to get down. Also, he's positioned here, which is going to cause me to have to keep somebody back to observe and watch and make sure. But what I'll do is when I get the Chindits here, I think I'm going to move west and harass these guys here. Because I just don't like these guys he positions in the hinterlands. But yeah, I was hoping to capture this and then cut off this supply line, but it wasn't meant to be. So instead, we'll just push forward with, um, with attack. We'll have to fight for every mile we go. Now, here's the thing. He's pulled some guys from just north of Mulmine, and I've got two sizable Chinese cores coming. Um, Maybe I may have to pull something back. Um, yeah. I feel like I have to monitor the situation here. Um, what do I got? I don't have any spare. Maybe here. Yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. This 39th Indian Infantry, we're going to pull this guy to this spot here. I'd like to a maintain a presence northwest of what he's got here. And so with that said, I'm going to move. I'm going to go ahead and move to Pegu. Because whatever I'm moving here, we're going to push across and do a shock attack, which is going to be terrible. It's woods, but we're going to do a bombing campaign. Not this moment, but basically when everybody's here, we'll just start bombing with heavies, mediums, everything we got, which means that we need to start building up our air power here and get them ready to get in the fight. Pardon me. Let's see. We're I'm looking for let's look here. The Blenheim 5Ds are done. We're not getting any more. So probably it's time to, with only four serviceable aircraft, maybe now's the time to upgrade to Hurricane 4s. Never mind. But we could always switch to any of these others. Blenheim 1s, 4 bombs. I don't know. But yeah, that was a really bad shredding we took a couple days ago. I feel like with all of the B-24s we're building, we're just not getting them fast enough. But that's because I'm trying to upgrade these B-17Fs and they're useless anywhere else. The Fs are. So, for example, when we upgrade the B-24Ds to B-24Js, we will release a bunch of B-24Ds to spread around, whereas the B-17Fs are fairly useless right now. But that's the whole point in me upgrading them first, because if I can get B-24Js, 4 squadrons of them here, or is it 5? Actually 3 now, and we'll upgrade this to be the 4th one. That's 48 B-24Js, whereas we only had like, I don't know, not even 30. We had probably 24 B-17Fs. So we're getting double that. They're longer range and heavier, can carry more bombs, and the Fs can go away. Then we can start upgrading some of these other aircraft um, and spread out the units and have more and more bombers filling out some of these spots. For example, we're down 2 B-24Ds here, 1 here, things like that. All right. I'm obviously grasping at things to talk about because I'm just rambling here, bouncing around. But we also have we're limited on the number of B-25s we have, etc. All right, that's enough rambling here. We do see, I guess I'll cover this. Our we had some torpedo bombers check out this place here, but there's nothing to hit, and so, well, I mean, no, I take that back. We tried to attack a destroyer, but with torpedoes, you're not going to have very much success. And I don't know what he's doing. If he's hoping to intercept some transports or what, or he's bombarding, I'm not sure. Um, we're starting to stockpile a little bit of supply here. What do you know? What do you know? Because, and I'm trying to build up the port because if I can get the port to at least level 1, then I can switch to transport instead of amphibious. It can carry more supplies and dock and unload quicker. Speaking of which, this guy should should switch to transport. I'm not sure, not transport, cargo. I'm not sure why I was doing amphibious still, simply because this has port capacity too, so we definitely could have been operating with cargo mode instead of amphibious mode. Which, for those who are unfamiliar with the mechanic here, if your port is level 0, the only way that you can unload anything is amphibious mode. Transport or cargo mode will not unload. Cargo may. I haven't tested. I don't know if I've tested that, but I don't think it will. You have to do amphibious mode. So here's a bunch of stuff here heading east. So it's probably full. So hopefully we can sink some of these as they come through our subnets here. And yeah, I don't know. I've made some pretty bad mistakes the last couple of turns. But this is the time to get it right. September 23, 1943. We'll jump in head first and try to finish the month on a positive note. See you soon.